I've talked before about how certain games can hook me in and I can spend countless hours in them, without batting an eye. But only one makes me put in dozens and dozens of hours in a matter of days, all in the pursuit of loot. So hello everyone, my name is Shmenty, and this is my tribute to Terraria. I still remember the night. I was digging little huts for my villagers to move in when I saw a message I hadn't seen before pop up on the bottom of my screen. You feel an evil presence watching you. I thought nothing of it. Maybe it's just a procedurally generated message like on the title screen, I thought. Then, a giant eyeball proceeded to fly through the night and kill everything. Welcome to Terraria. So what is Terraria? Well, to answer that, we have to go back to the wonderful year of 2011. While most games at the time were in the pursuit of graphical enhancements and realistic gameplay, the studio Relogic decided to take it way back to the NES era of 16-bit sprites. Yes, the art of Terraria is unlike any other game from that time, at least to me. The short answer to what this game is a procedurally generated 2D action-adventure game. But this game is so much more than that. So today, I'm going to talk about how this game hooks you in harder than most, and makes you immersed in a world where graphics aren't realistic through nothing but your own mentality. But let's really take a good look at the gameplay here. You start the game with copper tools and a gorgeous landscape. The birds are flying, the soundtrack is playing, and the only threat is the occasional slime. Contrast this with the scenario at the beginning of this video, and you'll question what's actually going on here. Well, this game's progression begins rapidly and doesn't stop until you kill a god. Surprise after surprise, death after death, learning and planning for that next time you get the opportunity. This is the core of Terraria. I can't tell you how many tries it took me to kill Eye of Cthulhu, but now it's not even a problem for me. You see, in the same way Dark Souls is rewarding for its challenge, Terraria is also rewarding for that feeling of conquering everything. The game focuses on building, crafting, and mining. Sound familiar? Yes, this game does have core mechanics similar to Minecraft, but to be honest, that's where the similarities stop. Again, I'll save this little bit for later, so if you want to skip ahead to there, there's a timestamp in the description. After mining for a bit, crafting a lot, and having a few townsfolk move into the mud huts you've created for them, you begin to see the progression in work. Your swords begin to do a little more damage, your pickaxes mine a little more fast, and you have a little more health. Little by little, you work your way up. You're fighting tons of bosses until you find yourself in hell. That's right, you dig deep enough, you'll break right through. You kill a demon carrying a voodoo doll, and it plops right into the lava. Your guide is killed, and an entire wall of flesh spawns in front of you, hell-bent on killing you. If you don't know what's going on, you probably just Alt F4 right there. Magically though, let's say you kill it. You think you've done it. You think you've beat the game. But this is just the beginning. Now, the real game starts. Now, you begin to realize your journey really has just begun. There's only 7 bosses pre-hard mode, pre-wall of flesh, if you will. And you only fight 6 in your playthrough because you fight either the Eater of the Worlds or Brain of Cthulhu, depending on your world evil. There's 10 hard mode bosses, however, and their difficulty range is absolutely insane. It took me well over 100 hours to beat this game, and well, I think that that's a pretty long amount of time. I barely even scratched the surface on what this game has. Terraria affects you in a way that not many other games can claim. While mercilessly getting killed by a giant plant in the subterranean jungle, I realized how easy those first bosses were for me now. In the footage in the back, I'm actually killing that boss that took me countless tries and countless hours to even come close to killing. And I'm not just killing it, I am murdering it effortlessly. That's the thing about this game. Its progression is immaculate. Not only do you have enemies that keep getting harder and harder as you discover new ones, but you grow stronger as well. There's a great video about this, and links in the description. I've watched it many times, and I plan to watch it many more. Unlike other games in this genre, Terraria focuses primarily on combat. It's class-based, as armor has different effects for different classes. My all-time favorite is always going to be Mage, but melee and ranged are fun as well. There's something for everyone, and even something for groups. But this game is not just good in single player. In fact, it's great in multiplayer. As long as you have people that know what they're doing, at least for expert mode, boss health scales and so does their drops. That means that the Wall of Flesh with only one person has 8,000 health, but with 3 people has 15,120 health. That's almost double. This game is amazing in multiplayer, and it's actually the only way I've beaten the game. My friends and I would play for hours upon end, deep into the night, mining or fighting or building. It's an experience that really takes me back to my time in Minecraft, but in a very different way, and honestly, my experiences are very different. In my humble opinion, Minecraft and Terraria are very different games. Minecraft is in no way a survival game, past the first night. In fact, it punishes you in trying to make your life difficult by making phantoms spawn when you don't sleep to fight zombies during the night. Terraria is very different, and it's not necessarily a survival game either, but instead it's boss-based and has over 15 more than Minecraft. Minecraft has the Wither and the Ender Dragon. That's it. It's not a boss-based game and shouldn't be classified as one. Honestly, if that's what it's trying to be, it's just a worse version of Terraria. No, as someone with countless hours in both, but way more in Minecraft, they are two separate beasts. I build in Terraria plenty, but nothing replaces those houses I make in Minecraft. I love both games, but they are absolutely nothing alike. Terraria is an experience. Thinking that you're geared as you go mining with 20 hours is entirely different than when you're flying through the air with over 200 hours decimating everything in the same world. And that gap, that 180 hours, is what this game is all about. Maybe you like to be creative. Go build the hotel of your dreams for all those NPCs. Maybe you like fighting. Well, you'll love all the combat in this game. There's a million reasons to love this game, and I 100% do. It's something new, something different, something that I honestly can't get the same feeling out of with any other game. It's a breath of fresh air when you get bored. I love everything there is about this game. Although Minecraft's mods are way more well-known, and honestly I think better, Terraria's modding community is absolutely phenomenal. With the release of 1.6 and Journey's End in May of 2020, a mod called Tmod Loader was finally available on Steam. Before, you'd have to download it from their website, and although I was able to do this, it wasn't an easy process by any means. But when Tmod Loader dropped onto Steam, it opened up an entirely new community to Terraria. You see, the mods in this game can range from one little thing to, well, an entire new game. If you want to talk about modding, just take a look at the Calamity mod expansion for this game. It completely revamps the game, adding post-Moonlord content and a million other things. I started a playthrough with my friends, and although we never actually finished it, I'm really optimistic too in the future. If you've never looked at the mods for this game, go check them out. They're absolutely amazing, and I guarantee you'll have a good time. Well, it is true that for the majority of this game, I've played it in the last few years. I did actually used to play this game earlier than that. All I need to do is hear the name of a sword, and I can think of the countless hours required to go get it and what I did with it. Like most things on this channel, it takes me back to the good old days of an easy life and long video games. I miss playing it, and I'm sure I'll revisit this game very shortly. If you've never played Terraria, I cannot recommend it enough. Not only is it one of my favorite games of all time, but it's definitely up there in the top 5 Steam games I've ever played. One of my friends had no idea what he was doing when we finally persuaded him to get into the game. As we were doing an expert mode playthrough, it was very difficult, and honestly, I might have even given up. But when he figured it out and started actually seeing what the game was all about, he has more hours than me now. This game could surprise you, so give it a shot. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like, and if you want to see more of my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell in the description below so you never miss an upload. Again, this has been Shmenty, and I'll see you in the next video.